Everybody, thought I'd just go over my trade on APT for Friday. Paid $860. If you haven't checked out ACB or SRNE, those were probably the best tickers of the day. I didn't trade them, just completely missed them. Really off my game today for whatever reason, just wasn't trading very good. Very break-even day until this APT trade, so decided I would talk about it a bit. So APT I went over yesterday, so I'm not going to go over the long-term TA, but you can check out yesterday's video if you missed that. Essentially today, it gapped down, and I didn't like it as much because I wanted it to hold and then continue up for a big second green day. But once it gaps down and sells off, that's just apparent that that's not going to happen. Or at least the odds are not very likely. So it dips. It does hold yesterday's support. Has a morning bounce, which I just wasn't interested in. Chops around all day. And I'll zoom in here. Market's still open, so I am very laggy. Sorry about that. Okay, so the best entry, probably this triangle, just because the support held very nicely, forms a nice triangle. You could have got in at 14.95. It's the best entry I see. I wasn't even watching it at the time. It surges up. Wasn't going to chase it. I needed to wait for proper development. So then this triangle forms. And I felt like, okay, it's breaking out of this trend line that I made from the morning. It even goes back to pre-market, and it goes back to yesterday. So I broke out of that. I had a triangle set up so I could properly take it with good reward. I bought in at 15.37, and then I held and played it exactly to my plan. Sold it at 16.11 for a $700 play. And I'm just very happy with myself because unlike yesterday, I stuck exactly to my plan and I let it ride to where I felt. Basically, I felt like it would max out here. Right, so this is not a second day continuation. It's more like a second day bounce, which means that you should not expect as much upside potential as what it was doing yesterday. Statistically, I would say that will probably be true. So a little bit of luck here, definitely a little bit of luck, but you know, that's trading, and if you make a solid plan, get the setup, you take your trade, you follow your plan, can't do much more than that. So I'm very, very happy with this trade and ending the day up $860. So I'm going to study up this weekend over some of the big runners from the week, and hopefully I'll come back next week ready to go and maybe nail a trend play. Yeah, so I'll be back next week. Thanks for watching the videos. You can like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.